So we come to, the empire of the senses. Where did the original idea of that come from?
Yes, it's a very famous incident that happened in 1936. It's a very military time. Everyone wanted to be very military and very public. And she behaved very personal, very private. So many Japanese approached to her at that time, even at that time. But I think it's a most passionate love in Japanese history. So I wanted to do cinema on this incident. But it was very difficult to express these sexual scenes. So I gave up the subject years. But suddenly, a French producer, Anatole Doman, came to me and to make income production. And at that time, French government freed sex expression. So I thought it's okay if I make this as a French cinema. I could express everything very freely. So I decided to make a film on this subject. Then I shot in Japan and I sent negatives to Paris, and they are developed in Paris, and I edited in Paris, and I completed it.
Years later, you did a film in France, which is called Max Mon Amour.
Yes.
And it somewhat takes on even further the subject of sensuality in film. Do you feel there is affinity between the French culture and the Japanese culture between in the area of approach to sex?
I don't know exactly, but as far as Japanese culture about sex, originally Japanese are very free and very natural about sex. And so, for example, if we read oldest story or oldest anthology, Manyoshu, people sing or describe sex very openly. But afterwards, Buddhism came from India through China, and also Confucianism came from China. And these foreign culture were very strict about sex. And this Buddhism and Confucianism is a religion of samurai class. And so after middle age, by and by, samurai culture or samurai mentality became dominant. And so they took Buddhism and Confucianism as their doctrine, and they women, the status of women became very weak, because in samurai society, women's part is just give a birth to a baby, because samurai society is man to man, and man can continue the house. So the woman's part is only give a birth to a boy. So women's part is very difficult, low and weak. And so by this Buddhism and Confucianism and mentality about sex became dominant. But even in Edo era, of course, samurai people are very strict about sex, but ordinary people, merchant, artisan, or farmers, are not so strict about sex. They are still very free. So, based on this free sex literature of Saikaku or ukiyo-e, Hokusai or Utamaro, that kind of very free sex expression was exist. But after Meiji, when Japan opened the country to Western country, think Japan imported Christianism and this strict attitude to sex, and it was combined Confucianism and Buddhism, and these three in one formed a very strict attitude to sex. Especially at that time, emperor system became very strong. So, for example, in Christian society, you can do sex between husband and wife who swear before God. Like this, Japanese people only can do sex under the emperor. This husband and wife who swear we will form a couple. So this became Japanese society's rule or sex. But even so, before the Second World War, still exist free people who inherited from Edo era. So I believe this Abesada, the protagonist of Vampire Sans, is remain a person who remained from this free era.
Okay. I only have a few more questions.
Yes.
You're being very nice.
Yeah, please. Okay, stop. Please take a rest.